Silkies are peculiar creatures, and there's a lot of fun facts I wish I knew about them before I started owning them. We'll be talking about that and so much more today, brought to you by Low-Key Farms, not an actual farm. So Silkies are very nice naturally, almost all the time. Compared to other breeds though, they are total sweethearts, even the boys. I have only met one who is a total Similar to people, if you ignore them, they are more likely to become assholes. They're not supposed to be good at being in the cold. So far in the heat, mine are holding up nice out here. I've been raising them for 5 years and it gets up to 120 degrees out. I just popped some ice and AC in their coop and so far they're doing just fine. The biggest pain in the butt is how long it takes them to mature. This means that these guys almost always are sold as straight run, which just means it's a mix between boys and girls when you buy them. Because they're just like hard to tell apart, okay? Most breeds, you can go in and just like buy a hen, which can be important because a lot of chicken folks live in places that do not allow roosters. So basically, you're buying freshly hatched chicks off of Craigslist and you find a Silkie dealer. And they sell you chicks and they say they're female. Well, let me tell you, they're lying to you. I don't care what they say. Unless they have DNA tested their feathers, which you can do, but it's more expensive, then they're just any gender. Maybe there's someone out there with a good eye, but for the most part, I'd say it's highly unreliable. Get more info on Silkie gender with the following video though. No need to go on a tangent. There'll be small differences between the males and the females as they get older, so look for streamers and saddle feathers, but like lots of times men and women look the same for a very long time, sometimes forever. They always say just wait for either the crow or the egg. I've had some like kind of low-key fugly hens that look like dudes but then they lay eggs. Silkies are super weird with eggs, by the way. They're just not great egg layers. Basically, they're ornamental chickens. You don't really buy Silkies for their meat, and you don't get them for the eggs. Note that their meat is, in fact, a delicacy, but there's just not a lot of it. And also, come on, like, who would want to eat this little guy? Who'd want to eat him? They will still give you eggs at least, though. Just not, like, a ton. But they are really good at sitting on eggs and hatching chicks. They're broody little creatures, really.
And weird. Oh, she's weird.
They also have really weird feathers. They look like this, so they're like still feathers with the stem, but then they're like fluffy. They feel like freaking chinchillas over here. Okay, maybe not chinchillas. Maybe like a weird cat. Can't really fly because of this, and it leaves them with no waterproofing. They do not enjoy the rain.
You're all wet.
Just make sure they don't get chicken lice or mites or anything, because that can be bad, but you know, you got those delicate feathers. These feathers do require extra care. Oh yeah, and they are so fluffy that it literally impairs their vision. So naturally they are kind of like a dumb breed, and half the time they can't even see. Yeah. It makes them more susceptible to predators. But the good news is you can give them haircuts. Do it safely, just watch some tutorials, be careful, or you can try hair tie, or just let them be. They get ugly phases during the seasons and that's okay. This really freaked me out at first. If you see a bunch of like cute ones on Instagram and you get a batch and you think, holy crap, why are mine so ugly right now? Just know it's okay, the internet has tainted you, and we all go through ugly phases. It's not your problem. But if you bought your chickens from ugly parents, then yeah, it's not the seasons, you just have an ugly chicken. Just ask whoever you're buying your chickens from if you can see the parents first. As mentioned before, they are a bit dumb. And also, they don't act quite like chickens. This leaves them vulnerable to being picked on by other birds, especially bigger birds. They're bantams, so they aren't like huge or anything. I have some that are extraordinarily tiny. Bonus treat. Here is my new baby Silkie, Kimberly Wexler. There's a lot of people out there who will go nuts over what color this Silkie could be. Like, I can look at this guy and be like, oh yeah, she's orange. But her actual color is buff, I guess. If you're gonna have competitive showbirds, the color is important. There are 5 standardized colors in the UK: white, black, blue, gold, and partridge. Splash and other Silkies can only be entered into the non-standard Silkie class at shows. But if you just have them as pets, then who cares? This girl is orange. And you know she's a Silkie because of these feet. Well, I don't know what else to say about these f***ers. You should get one, and also subscribe. Check out my new website, OnlyHens.info. It will only be live until October of 2024 because that's how long I can afford it. If you or someone you know is really into the Silkies, check out my new merch. I made these. They are on Etsy. Link in the description.
Howdy there, my name's the Bacon Bandit, the greasiest gunslinger in the West. Birds are not real, and subscribe to Mo Poofles. See you around.